Whatever happened to Pink Streak Erika?
I miss her.
Now we just got Stink Streak Erika. What's up, boys? What's up,
rude
gals? And what's up, non-binary folk? And welcome back to the stinkiest place on the internet. My name's Josh.
My name is Rick.
And my name's Christian.
And we are the Stinky
Judgies.
The Judgies.
Back in. Stinkier than ever. Real quick, before we get into these stories that I am waiting on bated breath to hear. I believe the week that this comes out is the week of our live stream on Saturday. So if you're listening to this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday morning, we will be doing a live stream over at twitch.tv/JudgiesPod. It's in the description, I think.
It frickin' better be.
And I'm just going to read off a couple of things that we've cooked up. We are bulking. This is a full month ahead of it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Today is the 10th of May, if you want to date the podcast episode.
We're bulking because we're going on vacation.
That's correct. We have a reason to bulk. But here's some ideas we're already cooked up. Wheel of Pilk.
I love Wheel of Pilk.
Which means we have to try Dr. Pepper and Pickle, because that's blowing up on TikTok right now.
Dr. Pill. What are they calling it?
It's just a woman from Mississippi who's just, every day I put a kosher pickle on my Dr. Pepper.
Honestly, how could 24 flavors be worse than 23 flavors?
True.
You know?
Maybe we have a vote on if we reach a certain amount, we'll each do a certain cosplay for an episode.
Okay.
Like maybe we get cat streamer Christian.
Okay.
Little cat maid.
Meow.
Maybe
Meow.
I buzz my head. Thoughts?
That'd be sick.
I would love that. Can I do it?
Yeah, you can. And we'll do it live on stream if we reach the amount. Aurora didn't like that one.
Yeah.
But then I said, don't worry. By the next day, you'll look at me and go, I'm used to it. And you're still cute. So, and then, of course, the very first thing we do is the update to the listener submitted dress story.
Yes.
Where the mom bought one wedding dress and paid for one wedding of one daughter and then didn't pay for anything for the other daughter.
It's wild.
Did you just repost that clip recently?
No, I mean, like a couple weeks ago, like maybe like 2 months ago.
Why are we getting so many comments on that clip?
Yeah, we're getting a ton of comments on it recently. And then maybe potentially we Christian and I recreate the Challengers scene where they're eating a churro together. It's just the sexiest little scene.
It's fucking hot.
It's intimate because the last donation stream we did, we kissed. So we have to up it up.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
I don't remember that. It's such a common occurrence that I don't remember that either.
Yeah, they caught that one on.
Was that before I got there?
No.
Cheeky little fuckers.
But it's this scene, Erica, if you haven't seen the movie. But it's just like so sexually charged the way they're like eating a churro together.
I got my big fear.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can hold eye contact for how long was that clip?
That one was only like 3 seconds.
I don't know if I can hold eye contact for that.
But we have to practice. That's part of what makes it intimate.
You for sure have to practice.
If I take a guess, that scene is like 45 seconds in the movie of them like looking at each other and chewing on a churro.
Wow.
Well, they're talking, of course. So yeah, there's our nice little announcement. Now, before we get into shit, I hear someone got a haircut.
He should have got them all cut.
Oh God, you're talking about Olsen. I was like, wait, didn't we just talk about this? I didn't get a haircut. I thought you were talking to me.
Son did. Old son did.
Well, it's Olsen.
No, your old son. Your oldest son.
My only son.
Look at my son.
No. Yeah, I know. I wish I didn't know, but
Whoa,
I know.
I didn't know. That's crazy that you did know.
I just assumed, if I'm being honest.
That's crazy. Should never be making assumptions.
Anywho, Olsen's hair has been getting pretty long. And the last 2 times we tried to take him to our hairstylist.
Can I make an interjection? Did this spiral off of me calling him a little ragamuffin the other day?
No.
Okay, I didn't, because I was just silly goofying.
Yeah. I haven't thought about it since.
I'm not one to talk, but I did say, Olsen, your hair is getting a little long. You're looking like a ragamuffin.
You did. I am remembering that now, but
here's the thing, Josh. Erica doesn't realize that was kind of the first domino. I've been gaslighting her since you said that because it hurt my feelings. And Olsen's, I could tell. And so I kind of been whispering in her ear when she's been sleeping, going, cut the boy's hair.
So this is your fault.
Do it. Cut his hair. Give him a bad haircut.
Anyways, the last 2 times we tried to take him to our hairstylist, he's fucking freaked out. Like, the worst. He's like hyperventilating.
Just before even getting in a chair, or like once he's there?
Once he's there,
Really?
like we don't even put him in the chair. We hold him, and he's like seen us get our hair done.
Right.
He's been there before, like not getting his hair done, just while I get my hair done, and like I don't know.
Huh.
All of a sudden, he just fucking freaked out. So
Which is pretty common for kids.
yeah, but he's had he's like 2 haircuts there before.
Oh.
Then he was fine.
Weird. Okay.
And like nothing worked. We tried Miss Rachel. We tried Bluey. We tried the sensory fruit videos.
You didn't try me going there and berating him into getting his haircut and being like, "You little ragamuffin.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
You
Anyway,
little dirt bunny."
so we got home and
Don't call my son that.
we tried to cut his hair with like our scissors, and he wasn't having that either. And it's okay. Well, my friend Heather, she was on a live studio on the audience frequently. Anyway, she has an undercut. And
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that new?
6
couple
months.
months. Yeah.
Really? I've never noticed. Sorry, Heather.
She probably has her hair down around us a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, instead of like, I just buzz it for her when she needs it trimmed up. And Olsen's fine with that. Like he's never had an issue. So we got out the buzz, what are
Like the clippers.
the clippers. And he was fine with that. And we have it on like the longest possible setting.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to like just cut as little bit as I can. Well, I am not a professional.
Sure.
And so then we also got out this little scissors because like, oh, well, he's playing with the clippers with the safety guard on. It won't touch him. We'll distract him and cut his bangs. And then he moved and he's got baby bangs. He looks like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber.
That's so funny.
He looks like Girl Interrupted Angelina Jolie. Like
But
it's
I gotta look
it's
up that
bad.
reference.
Better than Lloyd from Lloyd in Space, but
It's so bad.
that's fine.
If you sweep it all off to the side, it's fine. You
Oh
can't
my
even
god,
tell.
he really does have girl interrupted hair.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Hold on, I accidentally. I'm not. Hey, new to the iPhone game. I hate it.
I hate it. I paid.
Nope, that's Winona Ryder. I'm talking
They look
Angelina
exactly
Jolie.
the same.
Incorrect.
Yeah, it's very incorrect.
That one right there is a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah, he looks like that. So
Unfortunate, but you
I
know,
just
it's hair. It'll grow
feel
out.
terrible. I just feel terrible about it. So
I laugh every time I see it. Honestly,
I just roast him all day long. I'm just like,
I
your
don't-
hair looks fucking stupid.
I don't
And
know
it's
how
my
you
fault.
do it. Is it called like point cutting, where you do like this thing to like
Yeah, I don't know.
get rid of the flat? Because the biggest problem is it's just a flat line.
Yeah, right.
If there was
Well,
like
it's a mostly flat line with some choppiness.
he has long hair. He has hairs that like must have been off to the side, but now when they sit like naturally, he has just like a couple like thin hairs that go like all the way down to his eyes, and it's like
That's actually kind of cool.
It's
kinda
terrible. I feel
sick.
so bad. I'm trying not to have any photographic evidence of this.
It's so funny.
it's so bad.
I mean, I feel like that's got to be like a rite of passage for like
it has to be.
many kids, or like really, I guess it's more of a rite of passage for the parents of like first fucked up little haircut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I think we need a picture of it.
Yeah,
no.
It'll be
We
a
just need
funny
a single picture,
Feels
and
so
then in
bad.
15 years we'll look back and like, oh my god, do you remember that fucked up haircut?
Well, now it's immortalized on the podcast.
I'm not
and
showing it.
in audio form
Right.
mainly.
Anyway, you got new glasses.
I did get new glasses. Yeah.
They look really nice, and I like your new
And I
shirt.
got
Oh my
shirt.
god! And they heard you complain enough on the
That's right. This
podcast
is
that they sent it
Hassan's
to you.
merch. And I got new shorts, but nobody noticed that. They are American Eagle. Unfortunately, American Eagle really does have some good clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you'll see they go in cycles.
Christian also has new shirt, new shorts. Erica has new shirt.
Well, old shirt.
Old shirt new
Vintage.
to you.
This was my grandma's. This was actually my mom's mom. My mom's shirt. But
Which is weird that it was stored at your dad's grandma's house.
yeah, they were going to sell it at a garage sale probably back in like 2003, and it never sold, or they never had a garage sale.
It's a sick shirt.
And
It's
so it's
sick.
just been sitting in a box in her attic. And if you listen to last week's Patreon episode or whatever week's Patreon episode where I gave
think
you
it
the
was last
update on
week.
my family drama, I got some stuff from my grandma's house since she's passed.
You know,
and
else
got
we
this
got?
sick shirt.
What
got
else have
mail?
we got?
Mail. Send us a P.O. Box 58, Ottawa, Illinois 61350. This is the last piece of mail from February. I promise.
I was
checked.
like, we really gotta stop.
Oh, it's a baby announcement. It's an announcement for something else, but it's really small. That's why I called it a baby announcement. Hi, Judgies. If you read this on the podcast, you can use my name, Aita.
Hi, Ida.
Yeah, Yuta. And I'll let you figure out the rest of it, but
I don't have a wedding invite because I eloped on a pig rescue farm. But here's where that
fun.
elopement led to. If you think twins seems like a lot, just know I also have a July 2022 baby as well.
Oh,
I love
shit.
your podcast
Okay.
and listen every Monday. I drive a lot for work, and you all make it bearable. Also, Erika is my fav. Sorry, boys.
it's all right. I've accepted it at this point.
P.S. It's not a typo. They both really weighed 8 pounds, 1 ounces. So
Do you have to say ounces if it's one singular ounce?
1 ounce.
Okay. Idiot.
Well, there are ounces in the pounds, to be fair.
Mhm.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
say $12.01.
Yes, you would.
Damn it! That really sucks to say out loud. I don't
Thought
want
I had him.
show the babies, but Edith Webb I shouldn't say their names.
Don't
I
show,
wanna
but here's their social security number. They're
Edith and Elliot, little baby twins, both 8 pound, 1 ounce.
That's crazy.
I gave you a copy of their fingerprint. I took an up close picture of their eye in case you need.
They are so cute.
And Erika, if you look to your left, there's a whole ass box to the left of
I
you.
have baby fever you would not believe.
I don't want to
like just a little one.
I don't want to embarrass you, but you got them blinking. Why didn't you ask for another one? Whoa.
Erika has unearthed a crocheted, knitted
Capybara?
capybara with a persimmon on top.
A
that
carrot,
thing
I
is
would
so
say.
fucking sick.
Well, that.
Oh, I wasn't
Look at
expecting
this
it to be so
fat fucking
dense.
chode of a carrot.
That's a fat chode
Feel
of a
how
carrot.
dense this bad boy
I already
is.
felt it earlier.
I love it.
Whoa, that can do some real damage.
It's a thick boy. What is this?
That's a frog.
It's a frog.
Maybe a toad.
I
let's
don't
be
know
fair.
what filler you're using, but this shit feels high quality.
It's a real capybara.
It's
on
toy.
there. Ow! Yeah, that's.
Look at this little goblin guy.
Oh my god, that one's for Christian.
Oh my god.
Aurora's
Dude.
gonna love this little frowny face on the frog.
We've got some talented listeners.
This is what I was trying to say with that like 700-page book last week. I was like, God damn.
We got some real artistes watching us.
Like I couldn't imagine writing 700 pages of shit.
Hi, Judgies.
Hello.
My name is Tate, and of course, you can say my name. I don't know if you remember me, but I sent you cross stitches a while back.
Was it
Goblin mode?
Or is it this one?
Specifically, the goblin and carrot one behind Ricky and Christian.
Well,
So I decided a while back I wanted to crochet things for you guys, and I sent them and send them as Christmas presents, and that obviously didn't pan out. Life got chaotic, and I just never dropped them off at the post office. Basically, I got married in September, and then 3 weeks later,
Congratulations.
I sadly had to put my childhood dog down.
oh.
He was 14 and had been battling chronic kidney disease for a while.
Oh.
In October, we went to Nashville. I got the flu, and my grandma passed all in the same week. Then, of course, November and December had holidays, so yeah, life's been chaotic, but it feels like it's calming down finally. In January, we adopted a puppy. She is a
Congratulations.
border collie mix we named Luna. She is a rescue, and for being so young, 6 months as I'm writing this, she had a hard life before being rescued. She was surrendered by her owner who didn't plan on having puppies. Apparently, she was always outside, never had flea or tick treatment, never had her shots, and never had a bath. She is now a thriving, healthy puppy with a cat sister she annoys constantly. I've also been sitting on a story from my wedding I've been wanting to send in, but I don't know if y'all would like it. Let me know if I should send it in because I would love validation that I am not overreacting. Obviously, send it in.
The worst that can happen is we'll never read it. It's just
On
like you never sent it.
To the presents. For Ricky, of course, I had to make you another carrot, more ammo, the better. Am I right? For Christian, I made you a little goblin baby, and his jacket can come off.
Oh, jacket on, jacket off. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I did a twisty. Ooh, ooh, ooh. A tiny twisty.
You're jacking what off?
For Joshua, I made you an angry rain frog. And for Aurora, I made you a capybara with a tangerine on its head.
See?
Probably my favorite out of all of them. I almost kept them for myself. As always, I hope you guys like them. Keep doing what you're doing and making people laugh. Love you, my parasocial besties.
I do love. Is this the Tate from
And here's Puppy Luna.
the state to the west of us? Aurora is gonna love this. I do love how it's like whale lord coded,
And Kit
Yeah.
Kat Peach. They're besties.
and it's very soft, and you just want to kill it.
Love it.
Is it-
And they
this
printed
is-
this on like cardstock.
This
It's
might
very
be
nice.
the first time I've encountered
Like
cuteness aggression.
Yeah.
Like I want to punch this thing.
I just like the density of it.
It's real nice.
It's gone forever. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. There's no. Oh no. Don't worry about it. Thank you, Tate. It
We
was
need to
wonderful.
Get some shelves.
Yeah, we do. Are we ready? Because we don't just open up mail on this podcast. We also podcast on this podcast. What that entails is us going online and finding silly little stories. Why do so many people crochet? Like, do I need to start crocheting? There's so
Yes.
much crocheting that we get sent in.
We do.
And they're always cool. Even the bad ones,
Yeah.
like, it's still like, that's sick.
Which one's a bad one, Joshua?
The capybara is not top-notchy bara. Can I say that?
You cannot say that.
Because it is top-notch. It's actually amazing.
Oh, that was a copy bar? I thought that was a crappy bar.
Wow.
It was actually a crappy bara few things about it. Here's the first frickin' story of the night.
No pressure, Josh.
Yeah.
It better
But
be
if
a
it's
good
bad,
one.
I'm walking.
Well,
That's the kind of day I'm having.
if it's bad, Christian, walk ahead because this was sent into us. Actually made a new subfolder within my Josh to read folder and it's not showing up on my phone. So it's actually kind of
That's a
frickin' embarrassing.
possibility.
It's actually pretty freaking embarrassing. So this story got sent into us thrice today.
Oh.
And I read it and I was like, that's freaking hilarious. Once at 3 a.m., once at 5:43 a.m., and once at 6:30 a.m.
All by the same person?
Nope, one from Sam, one from Knox, not Knox, a different Knox, spelled differently.
Interesting.
And one's from Taylor. They all say, love you guys, seems right up your alley, very Christian coded story, and it's very, very good. Akin to poop gloves and poop knife. Here we go.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
/ am I the asshole?
Probably, yeah.
Am I the asshole for not wanting my wife? Am I the asshole for not warning my wife about my ass rag?
What?
I think we've gotten even more emails about it. I also saw one just a little bit ago, like an hour ago. I saw one.
Well, let's shout them out too. I don't want to leave anybody out.
Maybe it was your group still. Jay
also sent it in. So thank you. That's 4. It's so funny. There's so many people. I only read it the once, and I was like, "That's so good." And then I was going through the emails, like, "What? We got sent this 3 times this morning. It's crazy." Okay, context. My wife is weird about butt stuff. I'm not talking sexual butt stuff. That's obviously personal and up to the individual. I mean, her unwillingness to acknowledge that anything comes out of butts or that people even have buttholes.
Okay.
she's a beehole denier.
Yeah, she's anti-big butthole. That's for sure. When we bought our house, I wanted to install a bidet, but my wife was totally against it. Horrible take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible take.
We are very pro bidet on this
Especially
pod.
if you're like an anti all butt things person and it's like, hey, this is the cleanest way to clean your butt, and you like, no.
I imagine it comes from the same thinking of, like, I told the story of older people talking about bidets where they like having it there makes other people think about your butthole. And so like they don't want to have it there at all.
Okay.
Like that kind of prudishness out of it. I told her she doesn't have to use it, but she said just seeing it would gross her out. I mentioned not feeling clean just from wiping with paper, and she didn't understand. Not everyone has naturally hairless assholes that barely require wiping.
Most people don't.
She asked if I could find an alternative. I said I could just use wet wipes, but they're not flushable. None of them are. So they'd have to go in the trash.
if they're not flushable, why do they have flushable on the packaging?
Well, you're able to flush them. It's just really bad for the sewage. You can still do it.
Duh, idiot.
So they'd have to go into the trash, and she did not like the idea of poopy things in the trash can and told me to figure out something else so that she didn't have to know about it. So onto my ass rag. I took an old towel, tore it up, and installed a discreet hook behind the toilet to hang the rag. It's completely hidden. The way our bathroom is set up, we only have one, poor. The sink is right next to the toilet. So I'm able to wet the rag, clean up, wash it in the sink, and then hang it back up. I swap it out a couple times a week. Gross? Maybe. But I figured that was my business since my wife did not want to hear about my butthole cleaning habits. I don't think this is the worst middle ground.
It's a hard sell.
I guess, okay, this is a difference here. He says he's swapping out multiple times a week. For me, that would be like every poop I'd be swapping it out.
Yeah, that's what my issue here is.
But if he's pooping Christian multiple times a week, he's pooping 3 times a day, only swapping out every 6 poops. But he's washing it in the sink.
The biggest towel
I don't know,
ever.
like, it's not the worst thing in the world.
It's pretty gross.
It's one of those things where it's like the premise. It's like, okay, I get you. I'm on board. And then it's like, I'm thinking the practicality. And it's like, I don't know, brother.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not the best thing in the world. It's not the worst thing in the world. I'll say that.
Okay.
There are worse options out there.
Uh-huh.
Like wiping your butt with regular toilet paper. Yuck.
Recently, my wife and I were showering together, and she forgot to bring in a washcloth for herself. I don't use one. I use a sisal pouch with bar soap.
Okay.
Do we know what that is?
I'm assuming that it's a type of loofah sponge situation where it has a pocket where you can put a bar of soap in it.
I just feel like if this guy's using if a man is using a sisal pouch, which I could even be pronouncing that wrong.
It's Cecil.
Huh?
Just fucking with you.
It's an I, so that would have really thrown me for a loop. It's either sisal, but yeah, it's just like a pack. It's just like you described perfectly. I feel like maybe the rag behind the toilet is pretty clean. This guy knows his shit about keeping shit clean.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying.
I'm saying that anything you're wiping your butt with shouldn't be reused.
Interesting.
Coward.
I offered to hop out and grab her a washcloth because she needed one. And she said, no, don't worry about it. I'll just use yours, and reached for my ass rag. I said, oh, you don't want to use that. She asked why. I just said, trust me. But she kept pushing.
Of course she did. Yeah.
So I came clean about my ass rag.
You say it's a cum rag. You pivot. You say it's a cum rag.
Mm-hmm.
She was horrified, started dry heaving, and kicked me out of the shower.
Yeah.
Apparently, she'd been using it as a washcloth for years whenever she forgot hers, which was often.
Shut the fuck up, Josh. Shut the fuck up, Josh. Shut the fuck up.
What I don't get is how she thought that was my washcloth because A, it's hidden behind the frickin' toilet, and B, she knows I don't use a washcloth. We got into an argument. From my perspective, it was obvious that my ass rag wasn't a washcloth. To be fucking fair. To be absolutely fucking fair to this guy, who's reaching behind a toilet for a fucking washcloth and like using it?
Yeah.
And never asking your husband, like, why did you put a hook behind the fucking toilet?
Yeah.
Way to go, genius. Put in the hook. It's right there.
I hate this. I hate it so much.
From my perspective, it was obvious that my ass rag wasn't a washcloth. All bets are off when you use someone else's shit without asking. Pun not intended, I assume. And her butthole hang-up is interfering with my personal hygiene. From her perspective, I violated a clear boundary that she set years ago, and I'm just an overall gross person. I did apologize, but I was upset. My apology wasn't really sincere.
I told her to get over it.
I said, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Uh-huh.
Boo-hoo.
Oh, I'm sorry you rubbed my poop all over you. Oh, is that bad for you?
Yeah, it is.
I'm sleeping on the couch right now to try and give her some space, but I'd like to know if I owe her a more sincere apology over this ass rag fiasco.
Ass-poolutely apologize.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure, and her reaction has me thinking that maybe, just maybe, I actually am disgusting, and I'm lacking the perspective to see it. But I also don't think her butthole aversion is normal, and it's the main reason I ended up resorting to the ass rag solution in the first place and not telling her about it.
Yeah.
This is terrible. I don't like the ass rag.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I think that maybe you guys need to move to a house with 2 bathrooms.
Great solution.
That's not a solution.
Make more. Get your money up, not your funny up. I've always said that.
That's not a solution. I was joking.
I think the only solution is to.
Divorce? Nah, couples therapy?
Couples therapy.
I think you just gotta get on your hands and knees and beg.
Hands and knees.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
grovel.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you beg on
Prostrate yourself in front of her.
Uh-huh.
That's more on hands and feet, right? A prostrate, like
No.
where you're like offering yourself to them.
You motherfucker.
I guess I don't know. Depends.
You're still kind of on your knees.
I guess I'm in my imagination. I'm assuming the position of a prostate exam in this scenario.
My brain was half a second too slow earlier. You asked, should I apologize? And the joke came into my head. Absolutely apologize.
Okay, editor.
Cut that in. I thought about it for 1 second too long. And Josh was already on to the next sentence. I went, I can't step on his toes. I would get yelled at if it was an Erica episode.
Yeah.
I would step on Erica's toes for sure.
Uh-huh.
Ass poo toot pee. That's like the ending of any Adult Swim show written by Tim and Eric. The thing is with this story, I feel like nobody is in like the wrong.
Yeah.
Because
I think they both suck for sure.
Yeah, I guess. Like I don't want to blame either party that much.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect storm situation where
it really was.
both of their bad qualities came together.
I feel like him
here.
He just wanted a clean asshole.
He found a solution.
And that's fine.
He could have been any regular guy and have a crusty ass butthole.
I applaud him for his hygiene. Okay?
Ingenuity.
However, I think that you just probably needed to communicate with your partner more about this. And
yeah. But she said specifically, find a solution and don't tell me about it. Like she specifically said, I don't want to hear about how you clean your ass. Like that's the hookup. That's the hang up for me, not the hookup. The hookup is where the toilet ass rag is.
And I don't want to step on any toes again, but I had another one. It was ingenuity. This man has ingenuity.
What about ingenuity? Ingenuity.
We're gonna cook on that one a little bit longer. We're almost there.
Let it sizzle.
I'm sticking with it. Ingenuity.
I think I wrote that in my dream journal.
What?
In Djibouti.
For what? What was the dream?
I was in Djibouti.
The nation or the city?
Yeah, you tell me, brother.
Why
It's
not?
kind of a weird dream. That's why I stopped journaling.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
This
you
is
ever start a journal? I hope you do because journaling's good for you, but they give you so much shit for it.
I will journal. I will never diary.
I will never diarrhea. That's like poetic, man.
It was like he was gonna say diarrhea and then cut himself off, remembering that it was supposed to be diary.
Well, I will be diarying.
Right.
But I will not be diarying.
He, she, they, diarrhea. This is originally on r/relationships, but it is a best of Redditor updates story sent in from Joe. You can say my name, Joe. Crazy family drama story. The last one was for Christian. This one's for Rick. I don't have an Insta to send this to Erica. Spelled correctly. From best of Redditor updates. Wild to me that people like this exist and just think it's totally fine and normal. Joe, you can still say my name. Thank you, Joe. That's really funny, actually. Boyfriend, 25 male, and his sister-in-law sneaked out to the beach at 3 a.m.
Sneaked out, huh?
Yeah. Boyfriend and his sister-in-law snuck out to the beach at 3 a.m.
Okay.
We snuck out to the beach at 3 a.m.
We talked to Tupac's ghost on the beach at 3 a.m.? Eric is so offline, dude.
I mean, that's a very old reference. We're talking like 2014. Do not sneak off to the beach at 3 a.m. wherever you do. Trigger warning, infidelity, manipulation. Boyfriend 25 male, sister-in-law 28 female, question mark. If that's important.
Because we don't actually know her age?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so last night that happened. We've been together for about a year. We were visiting his parents' house who lived by the beach, flex, and his brother was also there with his wife. We stayed there last night, and at around 3 a.m. I was half asleep and noticed that he was leaving the room. I was probably going to the bathroom or something. But then I heard some noises from downstairs, and I wasn't paying attention until I saw from the window that he was going out to the beach with his brother's wife.
Interesting.
They came back about an hour later.
They're just trying to see the sea life that's active at night.
The bioluminescent
Yeah.
algae that floats onto the sand at
Yeah,
night.
the low tide stuff.
Yeah.
I still haven't confronted him and was wondering what this could mean. What was it that they needed to do? I don't know what to
Each
think.
other.
Is it something that I can be upset about? Sneaking around at night isn't cool, in my opinion. So that was the original post.
We were
Yeah.
trying to see the sunrise. We
No.
went out too early.
I'm anti-reading comments normally,
Okay.
but the comments add a lot of interesting information. So the person shares the comments in the Best of Our Updates post. I'm very surprised that you didn't just follow them out. It
Yeah.
could have had a range of interpretations, from a crazy idea to wanting to go have sex on the beach. Like
Yeah.
the song from Cake.
Uh-huh.
They responded and said, I wanted to follow them, but they locked the front door behind them and I didn't have the key.
So unlock it and
Wait.
leave it
And
unlocked.
someone said, how the hell do you get locked in a house? And they said the lock has keyholes on both sides. What is this Kingdom Hearts bullshit? Hey, all my Kingdom Hearts heads are going to love that one. All my Roxas heads. Hey, where are my frickin'...
Where's my Ventus boys at?
Okay, anyway.
I imagine the in-laws lock the doors at night and then keep the key somewhere inside. And my boyfriend had a spare key, so we opened it and got out and locked it back from the outside. And then someone said, what if there was a fire?
Yeah.
You're all dead. Well, you
Yeah.
It's
climb out
a
window.
beach house. It can't catch on fire. It's right next to the water.
Very
That's
true.
smart.
What if there's a flood?
Oh,
Fuck.
no.
Guess you're all drowning.
Well, the water would just drain into the beach.
Aw.
They can't flood. It's immune from all natural disasters.
They're above sea level. They can see the sea right there.
It's true. Okay, so that was like the comments in the first post. So then 4 days later, they respond. Or they make a new post. Sorry. This is back in 2016, by the way. Hey again, as much as I wanted to tell you all that it was over nothing, that they just wanted to get out some air, smoke some weed or something, that was not the case. They were indeed having sex.
Yeah.
Ow.
I asked my boyfriend about it. Didn't mention that I saw him go out with her. Just that I saw him leave the bed and come back later. He told me he just went to go to the bathroom and then saw his dad in the kitchen who couldn't sleep, and they had a chat for a while.
What an elaborate lie.
I asked his sister-in-law immediately after that and said that I saw her from the window for a second. Was I just imagining it since I was half asleep, or did she go out alone that time of night? She just said that she enjoys midnight breaths and long walks on the beach. Like that Cake song.
That was a better lie.
Yeah, better. I still bad lie. I told his brother that I saw them leave. He told me that they enjoy long walks on the beach. He told me that they both enjoy long walks on the beach, and he couldn't be bothered to go with them.
They're going to have a threesome?
So apparently they gave each other the heads up since my boyfriend came to me and told me everything an hour later. Him and his brother like sharing their girlfriends and significant others.
That's not the twist I was expecting here.
He's been fucking his sister-in-law for years now. That night was just another one of these moments. He told me that he wanted to tell me when the time was right, or when he thought I was prepared, so that I can join in and sleep with his brother so they don't even need to sneak around.
Oh my God.
He wasn't even admitting that it was cheating, saying that it doesn't count since it's his sister-in-law, not some random girl. I don't even know what to say to that. He called me traditional for thinking it was cheating. Yeah, I consider having sex with anyone else cheating. Call
Yeah.
me traditional.
Uh-huh.
It's like kissing your grandma on the cheek, basically. What the fuck's so weird about this?
So I broke up with him and left him to deal with this weird shit with his brother, and I'm actually happier now. Well, it's been 4 days. I feel like that's a little bit of an exaggeration.
You couldn't have been that happy to begin with if you're that happy after 4 days.
Well,
I don't know, maybe.
Relatively to 4 days ago, she's actually feeling quite a
I
bit
guess that's
better.
right. It's
All right,
a
fair
relative
enough.
high, yeah.
Sure.
It's a local min and a local max, really. That's my math heads are gonna
Where's all my mathletes?
So I broke up with him and left him.
Put your favorite equation down in the comments.
The thought of, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, I don't like playing with limit breaks, so really the limit does not exist for me. The thought of what he was up to all those times grosses me out completely. He can go fuck himself. We wanted to go out on a
He's
holiday
gonna go fuck
together.
his sister-in-law.
So now I'm going to go have fun with my cousins instead. What does that mean?
You're gonna fuck your cousins?
Wording, please. Fix that one. But yeah, then they're all just like freaking out about, go get tested and,
Mm-hmm.
that sucks for you. It sucks to hear, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm serious. I could have never guessed that twist.
The twist to them all consensually fucking that's something.
Are they all in the Air Force? Isn't it a big thing in the Air Force that they all bang each other's wives? They all bang each other?
I have
don't
no
know.
idea.
I think there's a big thing in the Air Force where they all bang.
I forgot to tell you guys until right now I'm joining the Air Force.
And I'm proud to be American.
All right, Shannon, have the break.
What?
Bye!
Oh, break time. Got it. Okay.
You play that in reverse. It's like a Missy Elliott song.
And welcome back on this side of the podcast. On this side of the podcast, if you're new here, listeners, what we like to do is just kind of frick around. I did read some. I just watched Twilight on twitch.tv/JudgiesPod. If you want,
Finally.
only the first two movies. If you want to watch them along with me, you go to youtube.com/@HashanYT and you can play that while you're watching Twilight. It's very, very fun. Watch the first two movies. I did that because at 1,000 iTunes reviews, you were supposed to watch Bo Burnham's Inside, which
I did.
And then I'm pretty sure I jokingly said I would watch all of the Twilight films, not realizing there's 5 of them.
Huh?
Yeah.
Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2.
Well, I thought that there was 4.
Yeah,
but
I
I
thought there
forgot
was
it's
4.
Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn 1, 2.
Huh.
Anywho, I was reading some of the iTunes reviews on the stream as like saying like now we have like 2 point something thousand reviews, and one of them was like, the Circle Jerdge is like, this podcast sucks, it's not as good as it used to be, I've never liked the Circle Jerdge. It's like, well, this podcast isn't for you because the Circle Jerdges have been there since day one.
Literally day one.
So that's where we like to show off our personalities and judge around the circle.
Circle Jerdge. What the hell? It's the Circle Jerdge.
And a little birdie on the street tells me Erica's got a Circle Jerdge for Urs.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, little backstory. My grandma died. We all remember that.
We get it, Erica.
Yeah, dead grandma. There was some family drama about getting my things. Listen, I grew up at her house. She practically raised me. I did live there for a little bit when I was a kid. She was like the world to me. Anyway, I had a lot of my own things there. And she also kept a lot of my things, like school projects and clothes of mine and just like all sorts of random stuff. So,
And if you want to hear more of this, last week's bonus episode.
yeah, I went into a little bit more depth on last week's bonus episode. And I will probably have more to share about that because I'm going over to their house again on tomorrow to get things. Anyway, I went over last week, right?
Yeah.
I went over last week and got some of my stuff and I went through it. So I found some treasures for you from 2005-ish, Ricky.
What a time capsule.
Yeah. First of all, check out this
It's a
Pristine.
pristine
That's
Britney
sick.
Spears
PGA 10.
bifold.
boys could never.
Could never. It's in perfect condition.
I had a sick Pokemon binder that I used my senior year of high school and it went to shreds.
Here is some beautiful artwork of mine that she framed.
Oh.
Okay. From 2003.
Look at
Oh,
that.
but you didn't know she was an artist, Josh.
Abstract.
Oh,
2003.
fuck, what
I'll let you look at that.
Is that a Van Gogh portrait in the bottom there?
No, it's a self-portrait of me as an angel.
Interesting. That's what what did I say?
I apparently went through and there's some money. Looks about to be $20. Set of keys.
That's a lot of money in 2005 money.
2003.
2003 money.
March 4th of 2003.
Whoa, almost to the day.
Yep.
It's May 10th now.
Apparently I went through a phase where I wanted to be called Angel.
Huh.
Why?
I don't know.
Because she's so dang sweet.
It's my mom's name.
Here's my
Well, your
first,
mom is so dang sweet.
me in first grade, 2000. Real cute,
It was before you and I met.
maybe.
Definitely.
All right. So that's on to the good stuff here. I had like 15 American Girl doll magazines.
We might do a personality quiz from American Girl Doll
We
magazine.
might do a little
Sounds
quiz.
very fun.
She saved a picture from the newspaper of me on my first birthday, but they spelled my name wrong.
That's so funny.
Spelled my name wrong.
The sick hat in that pic, by the way.
Thank you. It was blue and white stripes with yellow sunflowers. At some point, I wrote a book called How the Lion Became the King of the Jungle. Also illustrated.
You just rip off fucking Lion King.
Fucking killed everybody.
It says, one day, Lion was walking around sadly because he wasn't brave enough.
Oh,
Birdie was stuck in a tree and he's going to fall. Lion happened to be napping under the same tree and Birdie fell on Lion.
wait, we got to see the illustration.
I'll show you.
Okay.
And Lion was finally declared king of the jungle.
That's all it took.
Oh, okay, short.
So there's the illustration.
It's a lot more show don't tell in this story.
Here is Birdie.
What year was that?
I don't.
That
have
was also 5.3, so maybe the same year.
I got a B+/A- on it.
What does that mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like
Here's an ad copy I wrote that I
it's
got
a solid 8, maybe a 9. I can't tell.
that I got a red star for. It's called Caffy Taffy. Go ahead.
Innovator.
I'm an innovator.
That's all I want to say is innovator right here.
Are
20
you-
years later.
Can I do
Yep.
my ad copy? Okay. Are you tired all the time?
Yeah.
Do you want to do something about it? If yes, you want the best tasting, long lasting, chewy Caffy Taffy. Caffy Taffy is the candy that will get you up and go. You don't want the stupid feeling you get when you chew bubble gum, do you? So call 555-6260. And if you call now, you get a free case of Caffy Taffy. All of the cases are $3.93 per case.
Why?
I don't fucking know.
Are they on
Joshua.
clearance at Costco?
I don't know.
But let me just say something. Caffy Taffy? Guess who's selling that in fucking Walmart right now?
Wait, the same name?
No.
Erica then?
No.
Who's selling it?
Well, nobody's selling Caffy Taffy, but they stole the fucking idea from her.
What?
The caffeine gum.
Wait a second. Because you didn't tell us what the product is.
It's Caffy Taffy.
But you just told us that what gum makes you look stupid
yeah.
or feel stupid. There was no description of what Caffy Taffy is. So any product really could be like a 1080 GX graphics card could be Caffy Taffy.
Sure.
Fair enough, but we all know that it's caffeinated gum.
Well, taffy.
She was a kid. She didn't understand the difference between taffy and gum. She wrote this a few years ago. Uh-oh. I can feel the glare. That was my college thesis, you dickhead.
I have also found my room rules. And these, my friend Courtney thinks that these are sad, and they might be.
Oh, these
but-
are rules for your room.
Yep.
That's so many rules. That is
There's
sad.
a lot of rules.
Immediately sad.
It's
Do you know what boys' rules rooms are? No girls allowed. And that's all you need.
number 1, put things back where you got them.
Okay.
Number 2, no smoking at all time or pay $1 fine.
Okay.
Innovator. I'll say it.
And now, is that in your room, or that's just like, if I catch you?
That's a great question. I'm going to go with just my room.
$1 in the smoke jar.
No alcohol or
Okay.
pay a $2.50 fine.
Nerd.
$2.50.
Well, there's probably less drinking, more smoking happening. And
Maybe. Or the opposite.
okay.
Number 3. Oh, I'm sorry. That was number 3. Number 4, no boys without permission or pay a $2 fee.
And the only boy
Prude.
coming into your room at that point would have been,
Probably my brother.
or your dad, yeah. Which is sad.
Number 5, no kids under the age of 8.
Sister.
Okay.
Yeah, so no siblings. Number 6, do not touch the trunk, shelf, or breakables,
Okay.
or anything else on my desk.
I love picturing little Eric and be like, do not touch my breakables. Hands off my breakables.
Number 7, when you take off your shoes and coat, put the coat on the coat rack and put your shoes on the ground next to the coat rack.
Okay. You had a
Except
coat?
for I spelled coat, C-O-T-E, and rack, R-A-K-E.
Cot rack, sure. Cot rake. You had a cot rake in your room?
Yes.
Huh.
I guess.
I guess that
Oh,
makes
you don't
sense.
get that? Poor.
I had a doorbell for my room too.
Whoa.
Whoa, executive.
And guess what? It was purple and it said angel on it.
Well,
Anyways.
Did it work?
Yeah. It was connected by a wire. So you would put the doorbell part on the outside of the door and then you'd run the wire through the crack of the door.
oh.
Oh,
And
interesting.
then the speaker would be there. So ding dong.
Huh.
Oh, fuck your life. If you touch the American Girl doll, you will pay $10 fee for the next 3 weeks of your allowance.
Whoa.
So clearly I cared more about my American Girl doll than I did about smoking or drinking. And number 9, you have to have a pass before entering, actually.
Wow.
What does it take to get a pass, I wonder?
I don't know, but there's also a sign in and sign out sheet.
Not used. Not used is so funny.
And then there's a notes page as well.
Was there anything at the top there?
Nope.
Or just said notes?
Just said
Okay.
notes. And I signed my name after
Erika?
each page.
It's crazy. Like, how much of your personality you already had formed at that age.
Yeah.
Well, you too. Like, you couldn't read back then either.
Got my ass at that one.
Another school project was build an alien. My alien's name was Ira Gubenheimer.
That's
Go ahead.
it sounds like a Bond girl.
Yeah.
He can enter people's minds because he's psychic. SYICIC. Psychic. He has the power to talk and take shape of animals and move things around with his mind. He's from the planet Judgies.
Oh, Christian had a dream about that place.
Thank
And
you.
it's a fuzzy purple and green polka squares kind of planet.
That's crazy. That's exactly how I saw it in my dream.
It's got a pink lake and 2 yellow jiwi trees and 1 person to worship. Pink.
Wait, the artist?
Yep.
Like with the exclamation mark?
Yep.
So you spelled pink correctly, but not psychic.
Correct.
You know what I'm most impressed about this, Erika? And I guess I could be off base here. I feel like all of that was 100% made up.
Yeah.
Like all of those words seemed entirely like I feel like most kids at this age would have been like, and they all go to Hogwarts, and they're using like real things, real fantasy things.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't. That's awesome.
He drives around a snoober. It's a very fast thingamaboober.
Okay, that's kind of sick.
It runs on a fishing pole and snot.
I love the illustration on the back of the page you're holding.
Oh, that's Ira.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
Well,
Ira Gubenheimer.
I don't think that is Ira. I think we learn later on.
Yeah, okay, that's
Uh-oh.
a good point.
There's a
There's
twist.
a retcon.
It has a horn, but no lights. The horn sounds like "Move it, Bucko," and it only says that in dog Latin. and it's
not
pink.
Not pig Latin. Dog Latin.
He's sparkly, silver and green, has 2 arms but no legs. And I drew his family. Apparently, I drew him in first and then went back and said he doesn't have legs. So then I had to go and erase his legs.
That's really funny.
With, a 5th grader eraser. How old do you think you were doing this?
I don't know.
You can tell it's a little kid eraser because it didn't erase at all.
Yeah, I think 5th grade is too old.
His dog's name is Chippy. His siblings are Xenog, Jagschnog, and Zulu.
Do they speak dog Latin?
I don't know. I'm assuming.
Chippy does.
Let's see.
Jippy is the Goofy of the universe.
Here is the Jabonjawiji flag.
I love
Nepal.
all my vexologists are gonna go fucking. My vexophiles are gonna go fucking nuts for that flag.
And then we've got Ira's birth certificate in the back.
Did everybody in class do this?
I guess.
This is such an in-depth thing to make a child do.
The space creature Ira Gubenheimer was born on G'day of Clectember.
Whoa.
Dude, I can't even make that up.
The December to Clectember sales event?
Yep.
In the year 4,444. At birth, he weighed 444 pounds, and that's so that would be 100,000. That's 16 billion ounces.
Ounce.
He was 13
Thank you.
feet, 200 inches long. It was born in the city of Globen in the state of Jober on the planet of Jabanjiwiji.
Sure. I
And
do enjoy how you made all those words up, but still stuck with inches and ounces and feet.
That was already on there.
Oh, okay. That's fair. There was a conversion.
Thank
That's
God.
fair.
Yeah. The creature's parents are Karen and Drake Gubenheimer.
The Aubrey Graham.
Yep.
Yep.
That's crazy.
R.I.P.
So yeah, those
Didn't
are.
Didn't he announce that he's done making music for a while?
Really? I didn't see that. I have not kept up.
He got too hard.
In these American Girl doll magazines, I had like 10 of them, but there's like quizzes in them.
Yeah.
And I took one about money madness.
Okay.
So do you want to take that quiz?
Can we save it for another episode, maybe?
Yeah, let's
We
do
can.
'Cause
Yeah.
That was a lot. It was amazing, but holy shit. What
Yeah.
a mother load.
An insight into my childhood.
Sweet innocent Rick.
So maybe get like 70% of the imagination used on that boy into Circle Jerdge for us, Rick. How about that?
Do you know how long it took me to come up with all this?
I don't. Probably not a lot. You were a child. You had an active imagination.
Took a lot of energy, a lot of mental and physical energy.
Oh,
No,
to
what
get
was that
the
one?
stuff. I gotcha.
Yes.
I
And it
gotcha.
only
You know
took
what?
my dead grandma to save it for me.
You know what scares me is if I went and looked through my childhood things and I found something like that, it would be like you would not be able to read it at all.
Oh, you want to see one of mine?
You got one? What the hell? It would be there would be so many misspellings and there'd be just nonsense, and then you'd go and you'd be sad to see what age I am when it was written.
I wrote this my senior year of high school, I believe.
Oh boy.
So it's fully like pressed and put. And I feel like I did a pretty good job. I remember I was gifted in and what was it? Gifted and talented? What?
Yeah.
Gifted and whatever
I
the
don't
word
remember.
is. Not good at remembering. This was my senior
talented and
year
gifted.
of high school. I illustrated. I'm joking. I was in 3rd grade, but I read this on a Fridge Pod episode that doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, totally. That's what I'm saying. Is like this looks like dog shit compared to what
Yeah,
you
yours
made.
was so solid. It was insane.
Like, look at this dude's face. Like that's dog shit.
I don't know how old I was when I made that though.
Yeah, but like, still,
yeah.
it's very impressive. Is what I'm trying to say here. Ooh, stamps down here. Oh, they're from an envelope. Can you reuse these? Is that
no.
a federal
Yeah, you cannot
felony?
reuse.
Oh, that's why they put the stamp on it.
I also found an honor roll slip from when Christian and I were in the same school together. So our names were on the same page.
Oh, you guys both made on her roll?
Flex.
What about on his roll? How about that? And now I'm on a roll back into the listener submitted sound that always comes after the Circle Jerdge, but comes before. Oh, now I'm the only one who needs this little dongle.
Oh, joke's on you, buddy.
Oh, I forgot they have USB-C
The
now.
EU forced these fuckers to switch to it.
I'm going to play the audio first because this is genuinely one of the funniest audios I think we've ever received.
Okay.
What is this?
One more time. So that was an audio sent in from Cameron, and I'm not going to say your last name, and I'm not even going to say what I'm going to say because it would dox you, but you have a name that I would recognize who is a person, not that we know in real life. They were in a thing, but I can't say it because it would give away his
Oh
last
my
name.
God, Diaz?
Fuck, was it that obvious? No, it's not Cameron Diaz. Say my G-dang name. Hey, y'all. Cam,
Hi.
longtime listener here. It's listening to episode 203 and seeing as you guys found that listener submitted sound entertaining, here's another one.
Not caught up yet, huh?
For for context, I was in high school. This was sent in April 29th, so they might have been caught up. At the time, and my family had an Alexa. What I didn't know is that whenever you say Alexa, it records whatever audio it hears for a few seconds. When I got home, I told Alexa to turn the lights on, then went about my business. I later found this clip. Anyways, actually, another pod, lip by lip. I love the ooh. they're like fascinating. I'm gonna play it one more time now that we have the context. I think it's so funny. Ooh. like the intrigue in your own voice, and like you don't know you're being recorded, so that was a natural reaction to farting, was just ooh. Thank you, Cam, for sending that in.
Oh my God.
Okay, this now we always do a listener submitted story after playing listener submitted sound. So if you want to do either of those, judgiespod@email.com. This is from, I can't say their name, but it is from a feminine person. Can I get a name, please?
Joanne.
Taylor.
Joanne writes in a title of just Incel. So this is a Josh coded story, unfortunately, for you guys. First of all, I love you guys so much. You guys never fail to make me crack up laughing to myself. I'm a fellow Midwest gal, and I love all the Midwest talk. After listening to all of your episodes multiple times, I decided it was time I became a Patreon member, and here I am, absolutely loving the...
Weekly bonus episode.
I could go on and on about how great you all are, but there's simply no time, so let's get into it. Here's a
We can go on a
list.
little longer.
Here's a list of things that my incel coworker told me at work.
Oh, God.
If you need more context to anything, let me know. Feel free to use the names. I, 28 female, started working with Sam, 28 male, 3 years ago. I don't know what I did, but it seemed that my existence was offensive to him, and he was a dick from the very beginning. So these are just quotes. Someone with your body could lose a couple pounds.
Jesus Christ. I wasn't expecting it to be so shitty right off the bat.
Eating again? Do you really need that? Wow, you eat a lot. Countless amount of comments about food in my body, which I had recently gained about 30 pounds before working this job with him. I had previously struggled with a pretty bad eating disorder. The comments got so bad that I was having panic attacks if I didn't go for a run every day, and I had a big setback mentally. Here's some more stuff. Trigger warning, miscarriage.
Okay.
I hope you have a miscarriage. Trigger warning, stillborn. I hope you have a stillborn.
What the fuck?
You know, I could hide a dead body and no one would know.
Why are you not
How
reporting
how
this
have you
coworker?
not gone to HR?
This was when I barely knew him and was alone with him on a Saturday shift.
This is one shift?
No, that last one about I could hide a
Okay.
body. Why would anybody sexually harass you? You're not even that attractive,
Nice try at a neck, loser.
said the sexual harasser. I hate when people say not all men. You have no idea what it's like to try and talk to girls, and they just look at you like you're a predator and don't even give you a chance first.
I would take the bear.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, I could take a bear. I agree. He ignored me for an entire day.
Good. That sounds like a blessing.
Would just stare at me when I spoke. I
Oh,
asked if he
well.
was upset or if I had done something, and he continued to ignore me. 30 minutes before the end of our 8-hour shift, he came up to me and said, I'm not mad at you. You didn't do anything wrong. I was talking to my friend about you, and he said that you seem like a stereotypical girl who likes to be treated like shit, so I wanted to test it out. Then proceeded to ask if I wanted to hang out the next day before work. The next day, he said he had a bit of a crush on me. He didn't want to affect our friendship, but that it was now, and that he was sorry.
I don't want this to affect our friendship. When I told you I hope you have a miscarriage, that was out of a friendly. That was a silly, goofy, friendly thing.
This is a quote. You're a stereotypical 26-year-old female. Act like you're so open with your mental health problems, but you're not. Act like your life is so terrible when it's not. And then she says, I genuinely try to stay as positive as possible at work, and I was never open with this person about anything in my life or my mental health journey. I was upset about my car being broken into and three times of taking it in, I guess, to the shop, and being told that nothing was wrong with it. Turned out I needed a new head gasket and I couldn't use it for 3 months. I was rather frustrated about this scenario. My car is my biggest purchase I ever made and I love it so much. He told me how spoiled, ungrateful, and entitled I was. The day I got the call that I could come pick up my car, I was super excited and told my other friends at work. He looked at me and said, this might be the meanest thing I've ever said to you, but I hope you get it back and it's still broken.
What is wrong with this dude? How did you not
What a piece of
talk
shit.
to anybody about this guy?
Bad person. I decided to go back to school and get a bachelor's degree in social work. I just graduated.
Congratulations. It's a really hard field to work in, and I wish you the best of luck.
Trigger warning, self-harm. He said, you're going to kill yourself as a social worker. You're not mentally strong enough.
I thought he was talking about the workload. You're gonna kill yourself. That's too much work. There's too much work for a social worker.
That's what he's saying. You're not strong enough.
I think he was a little more
Literal.
literal about it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't understand the difference of what we're saying.
When somebody says like, "You're working so much, it's killing you."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. This guy is saying that it's going to be such a hard job
You're
that
gonna
you're
commit
mentally
suicide.
gonna. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's saying like,
Oh, you're working too hard. 44 hours this week? Ugh.
No
Yeah.
overtime with a leg crushing machine. I got you. I don't got you, but we'll move past it. I decided to go back to
I got
school.
you.
I asked what was up. My bad, I guess. His response, you know that I have 3 places I could hide a body? He's upgraded. He's found 2 more places. Me not knowing what to say, but went off all the fat comments he would make. I said, Sam, I'm bigger than you. And he said, I know you're bigger than me. Everyone knows you're bigger than me. Your dead mom knows you're bigger than me. After years of this, it would still catch me off guard. And
Years!
it would still catch me off guard. And all I responded with was, please be nice about my dead mom.
How about please never fucking speak to me ever again?
I don't like how she has a dead mom and this guy knows where to hide a body.
Send me, hey, dox yourself for me. I'm going to come give this dude a fucking swirly.
He needs a wedgie for sure.
He'd constantly try to hang out outside of work. I'd never been good at confrontation, and I'm a huge people pleaser, so I'd always respond with, oh, I'm busy, or come up with an excuse. He came up to me and said, when are you not busy? Every time I ask you if you want to hang out, you're busy.
Why would I want to fucking spend any moment of my life with you? Ever. You're the worst person I have ever met in my life. Oh my God. I'm heated.
He said, so you tell me when you're free, and don't say you don't know, because you do know. I responded, I don't know, because I didn't know what else to say. And he got super mad and continued to ask for a few days before I finally worked up the courage to tell him that we couldn't be friends outside of work.
Correct.
You really can't be friends inside of work.
Correct. Go to fucking HR, dude. What are you doing?
There's countless more things that he has said. He constantly blames women for his problems. He would apologize to me for all the things he'd say, be nice for a period of time, and then continue to be a dick. I always felt bad and could see that he had his own mental health issues, but it got to a point to where I knew he knew what he was doing because he'd only make these comments when I was the only one in the room. Everyone at work just says he's socially awkward, but I got to the point where I'd tell everyone the shit he says, and they started to see that he's actually an asshole.
Uh-huh.
We still work together, but on different shifts, and there hasn't been any serious issues for the last year, luckily. We still work together. That's crazy.
How did you tell people and nobody else is like, hey, maybe you should talk to the manager about
How
this?
has nobody gone to the manager for you about this? If I would have told any of my coworkers, like, this guy told me that he hopes I have a miscarriage or a stillborn. He's telling me when we're working alone that he knows where to hide bodies. He makes jokes about my dead mom. Like, those are huge, huge, huge red flags.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm screaming. I'm
Even though he's
so
like,
mad.
and also the sexual harassment of
Oh,
him, like
yeah.
hitting on her. It's bad all around. He makes me nervous and is the type of guy that wouldn't be surprising if he seriously hurt someone. Anywho, whoop-de-woo. I hope this wasn't too long. Makes sense and somewhat enjoyable to read. Sincerely
Listen.
redacted.
You cannot give me a story like that and then end it with anywho whoopie woo.
Tee-hee.
That's not a tee story.
This is well, we can talk about it, and there's something that she doesn't want on the podcast.
Okay.
Let's talk first because I don't want us to have to talk about this.
God, dude.
This is fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
This is why women choose the bear.
Yeah.
I would be so terrified to ever spend a moment alone with that person. Ever.
But what if it's Bear Grylls? We never talk about if the guy is Bear Grylls. It's fucking, it's terrifying. And like, maybe he's got connections at the work or something. Or what happens with a lot of people like this who are like dangerous are maybe they are like autistic or have some sort of antisocial disorder. And then people get too nice and they're like, well, he has this like thing. And so we can't fire
Couldn't possibly
him.
help it.
It's like, oh, well, it's just his thing. When obviously you can be a piece of shit
Yeah.
and be autistic. They are not like...
They're not exclusive. Yeah.
Not saying that he is, but he can have some sort of disorder that like maybe people...
Forgive him too much
yeah,
for.
right. Give him too much leeway, too much clearance. Like this person should not be... He should get mental health help. and be worked with before he's reassimilated into a workplace with people is unsafe. So this part's going to be cut because she doesn't want it in here. So editor. And we're back in. Ain't that a freaking crazy little story?
It's wild.
Sorry that happened.
He got us
to
peeved.
You. That's a Josh story. That's a what the fuck, you bad person, bad guy.
That is such a Josh coded story.
And we'll read one more story real quick. This one is from Samantha, really. Actually, I just read the postscript and I don't know if I'm going to read this now.
Oh.
Sam sent in Sam was one of the people who sent in the SRAG story.
Okay.
But now that I see their postscript, it says Josh's porn titles were garbage and Erika had the correct opinion.
Thank you.
But I'm glad Christian had fun in his special episode. It feels condescending.
Yeah, that's
It wasn't.
fair.
What do you mean? That was choose your own Chris Venture.
Somebody left a comment saying that they didn't like the Circle Jerdge, which, hey, if you don't have the same sense of humor as me, that's fine. It's okay.
Josh is kind of sick and twisted and fucked up.
But somebody got like really personal with it. And they were like, Erika's correct. Josh, that was terrible and honestly embarrassing for you. And if you didn't have like Christian in your corner being like a Drake dick writer, then maybe you would try better. It was like it's like as if Christian was faking enjoying it.
I see the art in it.
For my fucking ego is crazy. It was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And look, a lot of my bits, the girlies who get it, and the girlies who don't. And that's fine.
Just say you don't understand absurdism.
It's fine, I promise. We'll read it anyway, Sam, because I don't know, I'm feeling generous. You're welcome.
Well, they did send the ass rag story, and that was a great find.
So did 3 other people.
That's all right. That's all right. They still sent in a great find. We should be rewarding people for finding great finds.
You can say my name, and here's a little gross thing for Erika to squirm at. I love the podcast. Look forward to new episodes every week. Pisses and kisses, Sam. Am I the asshole for vetoing my partner's gross ice cream idea?
Okay, I want to know how gross ice cream could possibly be. Pickle flavored?
He wants to put the ice cream in his mouth, enjoy the flavor, then spit it all out into a bowl.
What the
Then
fuck?
put all the ice cream spit in the bin and not eat it. British. He says this lets him enjoy the ice cream flavor without the negative health benefits. He's trying to eat in a healthier, cleaner, well-balanced way without denying his sweet tooth. He reckons it'll just be like wine tasting. Reckon is British, never mind. I say it's a disgusting idea and I don't want him doing it. When we buy ice cream, he usually eats it all immediately in one sitting, so it's not like I'm losing out on ice cream. I just think that ice cream spit is gross and I don't want it happening in my house. He said the idea felt liberating and he is sad I have rained on his parade. We are both convinced we are right and the other is wrong, so in the spirit of friendly competition, we are asking Reddit to adjudicate in this.
British.
Am I the asshole? I think she is the asshole. I really think she is the asshole here.
Listen,
I think everyone
I
kinda
hate it, but it's not hurting anyone.
Also,
Hurting that wallet. That's a waste of money.
I agree.
what do you mean? You're still getting the enjoyment out of it. If
But
I
it's-
buy a shirt for, I don't know, I go to Walmart, I buy a shirt for $20.
That is not the same thing.
Let me finish. And I cut it up into little strips and I use it as ass rags. I'm still getting use out of that shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So if I still get an enjoyment out of a product I'm purchasing with my own cold hard cash, why can't I frickin' do it?
Tell
Go ahead.
that to the freaks on TikTok doing fucking weird food porn shit.
That's
They're
fair.
just wasting food.
Yeah. But this isn't wasting food, in my opinion.
I believe that it is wasting food.
I feel like that's a cop-out excuse for not wanting this to be done. I think you just think it's gross.
I do think it's gross and I don't think that it should be done. However, I think that he's paying for it. He can do whatever he wants. It's not hurting anyone else.
Yeah.
I do think that it is a waste of food. Also, your t-shirt analogy does not work here because a t-shirt can be resold if you don't want it. I mean, not if you cut it up, obviously, but like
you could resell the ice cream. Some freak might buy it.
With my Ninja ice cream or whatever, they're all the rage on TikTok right now. Have you been seeing these? Have you guys seen this? Have you heard about this?
No.
no.
I've seen him at Walmart.
There's some new ninja product that like can turn stuff into ice cream, and I've somehow fallen into the TikTok hole of the ninja
Yeah.
Okay.
froster. I have no idea what the fuck it's called.
Okay.
They also made that other ninja one that like brings you a sandwich shirt braless with chips, not even asked for.
Unprompted?
Yeah, while he was soloing bot lane. As someone who, I hate to break it to you, is fat and tries silly little tricks
No.
to try to lose weight, let the man do this for 4 days and then he'll never do it again.
Yeah.
Like, just why are you rating on his parade? He's not going to keep this up. This is such an insane thing to continue doing. Also, you're still going to like get a lot. I mean, obviously, like it's less calories, right? But you're still going to have like the sugar in your teeth,
Yeah.
which is not great for, although you're British, you might not care. But let the man do it for like 7 days and then he'll never do it again. Like, it's so funny to me to be like, not in this household.
Here's my solution. You gotta do it like Hank from King of the Hill, and you make him do this with every single food he eats
Yeah. Okay.
until he learns his lesson. It's like when you catch your kid smoking a cigarette, so you make him smoke a whole pack.
I do fear if you do this with every single piece of food he eats, that is instigating an ED.
I think he's on a slippery slope already because it's covered in melted ice cream.
It's the worst version of the Neopets game. Hey, all my Neopets heads are going to love that one. All right, folks, that's it for this week's main episode. But if you head over to patreon.com/judgiespod, you can see.
Weekly bonus episode.
That's right. Erika, thoughts, questions, comments, concerns?
Many. If you want to find us somewhere else on the internet to get more content from us or something, you can find us wherever you're at. Probably is handle is at Judgiespod. It's Judgiespod. Cut this. Let's just start over. If you're on the internet and you want to see us on the internet, you can find us wherever you're at. We're probably there too, and the handle's at Judgiespod. If you want to send us stories or thoughts or concerns, I take it back. It's at judgiespod@gmail.com.
If you want to give us flowers, really, in the spirit of Mother's Day.
Orchid letters only. It's a callback. Well, you didn't acknowledge it when I said onion letter earlier, so.
Frick.
I was really hung up on my joke that I made that I had to cut anyway. Yeah.
Didn't I make a joke at the beginning of the episode?
Probably not.
And I was like, oh, I'll say it and I'll cut it in later. Fuck, I can't remember.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, there's something else. That's all right. Hey.
I'm pretty
Thanks
sure
for
that's what it
listening.
was.
Hey, thanks for listening, guys. Have a great week.
The Judgies.